Hello and welcome once again. In this video I'm going to show you how I created this bunny holding a heart. It's really adorable and can really melt your heart and be a great gift this Valentine's. As Valentine's is just around the corner, I thought we'd do some projects of little animals holding hearts. So let's begin. I've taken some cordal sliver and I'm rolling it out into a cylindrical shape, and this is going to be the body, and you can make it as big or as small as you want. Mine is around 2 inches, I think, because the whole bunny is around 4 inch. So I'm making it nice and firm. I'm using my multi-tool to get the job done quicker. For the head, I've rolled some more cordal sliver and I'm making a larger rounded shape, and I'm going to press with my thumbs where I need the eyes to be. So it's better to determine where the facial features are going to be. And I've attached it to the body, so I'm going to shape it all together. And as I want the head to be rounded, I'm adding more wool to it, and it's nice to get a shape when you begin with your needle, so you know exactly where you have to put the eyes and the nose. And you can sketch it out first if you want, and you can even draw it on your piece just to get it right. But I've just started it in the initial phase, so I know what I'm going to build on. I haven't been needle felting for long, and I'm self-taught, so I just make things like, when you're making sculpture with clay, you have to make things with your fingers. So even in wool, you have to shape a lot with your fingers, and then you can felt it down to get the shape right. So if you need to, you can draw the face on the ball. I haven't drawn it, but I have given indentation with my thumbs where the eyes are gonna be, and I've added more wool to make the nose a bit prominent. And I want a bunny with large cute cheeks. So here I'm just rolling some wool, and these are going to be the feet, and just seeing how big I want them, I'm going to felt it down. It's just a piece of rolled wool, and I'm going to shape it with my needle, shape the heel and make it round. So once it's a bit felted, I'm going to felt down the other side. So one end is going to be rounded, that's going to be the heel. And now I have to shape the toes. So I'm just felting it down with my needle, and want to make it a bit chunky but not too chunky, but not too flat either. And I've got some shape, and you can place them in front of the body and make it sitting, or you can just put them at the base, and he can be a standing bunny. So I've put them at the base at the end, but you can put your feet anywhere you want. Like if you put them facing the way outwards, it will be like he's sitting, but you'll have to make legs with it as well. So once I've got a nice shape, I have to shape the toes. So you have to really go around and make it nice and firm and see if you got the size right. So I've made 2 of them. Now I'm going to shape the toes. I'm going to cut with my scissor, make small cuts, and I just need 3 toes. And once you made the cuts, it's easier to shape the little toes. Just go around with your needle, inside and outside, on the sides as well. So you shape each and every toe, make it rounder. And you can add as many details as you want to. But I'm just going with 3 toes and a little bit of roundness on the inner side. And these are going to be the hands. So it's just some wool, rolled it, and I've felted it down. So really simple arms. As you can see, I've mixed some green and blue color. I've just mixed them with my hands. I haven't got a carder, and just to get the right color. And I've filled the indents I had made for the eyes, and so it's going to have really nice colored eyes. So I'm just filling it with color, and with darker brown I'm going to make the eyeballs, just little rounds, and with the same color I'm making an outline. So I've used dark browns, not black. You can use black if you want. And a really tiny bit of white, just to give it the shine. And I'm adding a bit more of light blue. So you can add as many shades as you want. And it's just like painting. With the eyes done, I'm going to make the eyelids, and I want to make it like drooping from one side, so I'm covering a bit of the eyes and felting it down in an angle, so it's going down from the top. So I'm going around the eyes with my needle till I've got the right shape, and here I'm adding more wool and giving it the lower lid, and it's going to be a really thin line just outside the eyes. And as the head seemed still a bit smaller than what I wanted it to be, I'm adding more wool to the head. I'm adding color just below the nose. And the mouth. Now I've got a mink color. It's a merino top, and I'm going to make a mink colored bunny. So I'm adding that color all around the head and the body. I'm using a flesh colored, or is it called, I think it's eggshell, I got from World of Wool, and it's going to be the tummy area, so giving it a little lighter color. And I'm shading the nose with a darker color of mink. It's a bit of grayish, lighter color on the cheeks. So you can color it any ways you want. You can make a pink bunny or a white bunny with pink cheeks. So I'm just giving it shades, a little darker around the eyelids. But be careful you don't lose the shape of the eyelids when you're coloring them. So you have to go nice and slow. For the hat, I've got some sea green color. It looks a bit blue in the video, but it's sea green. I just felted down a piece of it and wrapped it around the head. I'm attaching the mouth before I forget it. I thought I'll just do it now. It's just a piece of wool of the mink color. I've got it right into it below the nose. I've got matching yarn of wool and I'm giving it a design with my needle just to make it a bit special. And it can look like it's knitted. Once I've gone all around in swirls, I'm going making the outline with the wool, with the yarn, and going around the swirls so it makes a kind of a border. Now I'm adding the mink color to the arms. Once the hat is done, I'm adding more wool to it because I want to make it a bit more rounded and a bit more bigger, just to make it look more cute. So I'm attaching more wool to it, going all around. And it takes longer to fell down on the wool tops. So I'm adding the mink color to the feet, going in and around the toes. So this is going to take time because you want them to be really neat. Going in between the toes. Don't want to leave any white spaces. And be careful you don't make them bigger when you add more color to it. For the ears, I've put some mink color with the darker color on top, and I've placed them on my mat and I'm felting it down in shape of a ear. And you just have to see that you don't make them too big or too small. So once they've felted from one side, the smooth side can be outside, and you can see you'll get really nice shades, the darker on the top, and then you turn you put pink color right in the middle, so the side that is next to the mat is going to be the top. And I always tend to make bigger ears. I'm attaching the arms on both sides of the body and the feet at the bottom, at the base. You have to go all around so it's nice and secure, and I want it to be standing. So for that I felted down the feet a bit more and adding more wool to the back side so it holds its balance and stands up well. I'm attaching the ears, and the extra bits are going to be cut off, so I'm just roughly attaching them first. I'm going to cut off the extra bits and felt them down again. Once the ears are securely attached to the head, I'm covering the ends with more wool, and for the tail just attached some loose wool and given it a cut. For the heart, I've taken some red wool and folded it from both sides to give it a heart shape, and then felting it down. You can make hearts as you want. You can use cookie cutters, and you can see my hearts video on my channel. I've given it a shape using the lint remover, and it looks nice and neat now. I hope you liked the video. Thank you very much for watching.